Bitcoin is another mistake. You got to understand that there's no substance there. It's not gold. It's not digital gold. Why do you think Bitcoin is still at 19,000? Despite all the money that was spent hyping it up in 2021, despite that run up to near 70,000, look where it is. Why do you think the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust that used to be at a 30% premium is at a 35% discount? Do you really think institutions are adopting Bitcoin when they're trying to unload it and that fund is trading at a 35% discount? The fund is down 80% from its peak. Is that a store of value? Is that a safe haven? No, it's not.
Peter Schiff has never liked Bitcoin. He has been public about his belief that all real value is derived from the utility of an asset to create commercial demand in broad markets. Citing gold, Schiff will often point to its utility in optical technology, medicine, precision machines, computers, and communication devices, as well as its use in various types of advanced industrial chemical processes, as well as its common use in coinage, decor, and jewelry. In short, gold's utility as a store of value is underpinned by its demand in the economy to be used for a diverse set of commercial profit-seeking. Peter Schiff is a long-term Bitcoin skeptic who doesn't look likely to change his mind. In short, Schiff believes the cryptocurrency industry is one big bubble that could burst at any time. He thinks Bitcoin has no intrinsic value and can't be used for anything. Schiff is the chief economist and global strategist of Euro-Pacific Capital. The well-known stockbroker is famous for predicting the 2008 financial crisis. He's built a reputation as a financial commentator and radio personality and has authored several books about money matters. Bitcoin is often referred to as digital currency and as an alternative to central bank-controlled fiat money. However, the latter is valuable because it is issued by a monetary authority and is widely used in an economy. Bitcoin's network is decentralized and the cryptocurrency is not used much in retail transactions. One can argue that Bitcoin's value is similar to that of precious metals. Both are limited in quantity and have select use cases. Precious metals like gold are used in industrial applications, while Bitcoin's underlying technology, the blockchain, has some applications across the financial services industries. Bitcoin's digital provenance means that it might even serve as a medium for retail transactions one day. Bitcoin has been hailed as the next big thing since the invention of the internet. For over 25 years, cryptographers and innovators have been trying to come up with a secure, decentralized working digital currency, but none succeeded until the invention of Bitcoin. Let's listen to Peter Schiff's biggest objections to Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is a highly speculative asset, but what the hell are you speculating on? Because there's nothing there. There's no fundamentals there. You're just speculating on a greater fool. That is not what you want to do. If you're really worried about the monetary problems and inflation, and you're looking for a store of value in a safe haven, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You've already got one. You've got real money. You've got gold. You've got silver. You've got monetary metals that you can own, and you've got other assets that you can own to protect you from inflation. You will get no protection from inflation in Bitcoin or any of these cryptos. All you're going to do, if you buy Bitcoin right now, all you're doing is helping somebody else get rid of their Bitcoin. The winner in that transaction is the seller. The loser is the buyer. And the biggest loser is whoever buys the most and gets caught holding the bag. Again, you got to do something other than just owning Bitcoin. I mean, you can't just have your money in cryptocurrencies. The only thing good, now, the only thing is you're young. You're young. You got your whole life ahead of you. You can start over financially. You can get wiped out. Just in case you got some older people like me that might have been following your advice and they've got their retirement money in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still close to 20,000, right? At 19,000 something. That's still a lot of money for nothing. And it's a lot better than getting nothing if you keep holding. You mentioned all these people that are still in their Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, they're holding and hoping, right? That's the problem. And they think they've made money on the Bitcoin, but they haven't if they haven't sold. But there probably is a lot of loans. There are a lot of people that have borrowed money against their Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And so they're going to have the same problem that pension funds have. Once Bitcoin, I think, cracks below 10,000, I think you're going to see a big problem with forced sales and margin liquidation from the people that went into debt to borrow Bitcoin. That also includes Michael Saylor at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy took on a lot of debt to buy Bitcoin. I mean, they're down over $1 billion on the Bitcoin they bought with borrowed money. So this is an accident waiting to happen. And all of this is going to weigh heavily on the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, the stock price went up because a bunch of people bought the stock, and that's a bubble. And I mean, it's still down like 70% from its peak, right? A lot of people who bought MicroStrategy, I like what it got to 900 or something like that. So there's a lot of people that have lost a lot of money on MicroStrategy. But yes, from the day they first bought Bitcoin, the stock is still up. Let's talk to me at the end of the year. I doubt it'll still be up. I think by the end of the year, MicroStrategy will be lower than the point that it first bought Bitcoin. Look at how much money El Salvador has already lost on their Bitcoin. I mean, they can't afford to lose money, and look how much they've already lost on it. And yes, Bitcoin has trended sideways ever since it crashed down below 20,000, but it hasn't rallied, right? There's a lot of selling around 20,000. And yes, there's still some people trying to buy it around that level as well. So you've got kind of a battle going on between the people that are trying to buy it, you know, just below 20,000, and maybe the people who want to sell it above 20,000. But don't let that lull you into a false sense of security. Look at that chart. It looks horrible. There's a massive double top. There's a head and shoulders top. We've broken the trend line. We have got nothing but air. Once we take out that low from that, the big drop, which was probably around, I don't know, it was around 18,000 or 7. It went lower, you know, then it rallied back. But the bottom is going to drop out of that market, you know, just because it's temporarily stopped falling. You know, yeah, that's what bear markets do. They kind of trap you in there. They try to give you a false sense of hope that the lows are in, the bottom is in, and then we get another big leg. And, you know, maybe we'll end up spending a lot of time around the 10,000 level, you know, maybe a little bit below. And then maybe there'll be some people that are saying, aha, you see, here's the bottom here. And then, you know, then it'll crack to 5,000 or 1,000. I don't know. And then at some point, it's just going to go down. But, you know, the money is coming out. I mean, that's it. I mean, and the institutions are gone. They're not coming in. That was all just a scam to sucker in the public. I mean, yeah, there were a few institutions that went in, and look what happened to them. Look at Scaramucci's Highbridge. Look at their funds that they put all this money and they set up all these funds. These funds are down. Maybe their best one is down 60%. The worst one is down 80%. I mean, they've just lost a ton of money. They came in at the top. So any of these institutions that got suckered into this mania, they've lost a lot of money. And wait till the lawsuits start, Natalie. I mean, a lot of people are going to get sued. Kim is nothing compared to what so many other people have been doing, pumping in Bitcoin. But it's not just the SEC. The lawyers are going to. The lawyers are going to be out. The lawyers are going to be. Look, you'll probably get sued yourself. I mean, everybody who has had any part in promoting Bitcoin, trust me, they're all going to get sued because so many people are going to lose so much money. And the lawyers are like sharks, right? They're going to look for class action, and people are going to be looking for someone to blame. This is going to be a complete shit show.
Why does Bitcoin have value? It's evident that Peter Schiff, after so many years, still do not understand the intricate value of Bitcoin and why it's so important in today's world. Bitcoin does not have the backing of government authorities, nor does it have a system of intermediary banks to propagate its use. A decentralized network consisting of independent nodes is responsible for approving consensus-based transactions in the Bitcoin network. There is no fiat authority in the form of a government or other monetary authority to act as counterparty to risk and make lenders whole, so to speak, if a transaction goes awry. The cryptocurrency does display some attributes of a fiat currency system, however. It is scarce and cannot be counterfeited. Bitcoin's value is a function of this scarcity. As the supply diminishes, demand for cryptocurrency has increased. Investors are clamoring for a slice of the ever-increasing profit pie, those results from trading its limited supply. Bitcoin also has limited utility like gold, the applications for which are mainly industrial. Bitcoin's underlying technology, called blockchain, is tested and used as a payment system. One of its most effective use cases is in remittances across borders to bump up speed and drive down costs. Some countries, like El Salvador, are betting that Bitcoin's technology will evolve sufficiently to become a medium for daily transactions. Here at Savvy Finance, we believe so much in Bitcoin and will continue to hodl and stash more Bitcoin. We also believe that Peter Schiff would be forced to swallow his criticism of Bitcoin sooner or later in the future when Bitcoin assume its real potential and an inflation hedge, and as a mean to evade government financial control. Until then, keep hodling and watching our videos. Thanks for watching.